tell you, there's nothing like Christmas music. Talk about nostalgic. We've talked about that today. And I will tell you, I love Christmas music and those classic songs. And I have to know, Cameron Matheson.
Yes.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
Well, I've got many favorites, but listen, according to my mom, and I'm not sure why, my mom is convinced that my favorite of all time is "O Come All Ye Faithful."
I love that song.
I love that too. It's a beautiful song. Don't get me wrong.
Okay,
but every
so
time it comes on, she looks at me. She's like, "Cameron, your favorite?" And I'm like, "Okay, Mom, if you say so." It's my favorite. So I'm gonna say that's my favorite because I love you, Mom.
You're not gonna change it to what your actual favorite is?
No, I mean I love them all. But
Okay.
I mean it's a special thing between my mom and I. always look at her. She's like, "That's the one." How about yours? What's yours?
Actually, mine is "Breath of Heaven." It's one of my It's not necessarily like the Deck the Halls, but it's a really in my house a classic song because it talks about Mary's journey. So it's kind of like
That's beautiful.
a safe little space in my heart.
That is beautiful.
So there's that.
I love that.
And Deck the Halls is a really fun one. So that's why I did Fa La La for this one. But because you could do this with any kind of saying, you could do Merry and Bright, you could do any kind of song that you like because it really kind of holds on to that nostalgic song, but we're decorating with the song, the lyrics of the song.
You could do jingle and then put bells on it.
See, look at you. You're a DIYer, Cameron Matheson.
I'm just showing off. Go ahead.
You are.
Take
Okay,
it away.
so this is really fun because this is easy. So the base of this is felt. We love using felt because it's so simple. It's foolproof. You don't have to worry about fraying or sewing, so this is a no-sew.
Beautiful.
And the reason I did the felt is because I actually love the material, and I think it adds just like a nice texture to our little swag over there.
Yeah, the texture makes it for sure.
Yeah, okay, so this is what I have here, Cameron.
Yep.
Because they kind of look like little pillows you can see on there, and I wanted them to have that kind of body to them. So with the felt, you get this at the craft supply store, and you get them in these sheets. They are pre-cut. I recommend doing these sheets. So I put two, one on top of each other.
Gotcha.
So you can see I have my letter already cut. So in order to go about getting your letter, I free-handed mine, and I did it because Fa La La was really easy. The F's, the A, the L. That's it. And so I did that, and I wanted to make sure I had the same thickness for each letter. So that was a good base. If you don't feel like you can freehand this, I recommend going just on your computer and printing it out. And this is what you do. You would just, in order to kind of keep this for your, if you want to do a bunch of them.
Sure.
Use a template. So you can see I literally wrote template on the L.
I think it's a great idea because you know why? I mean, you think that you're good at freehanding, and I speak from experience, and then you do it and you're like, oh man, this is way off proportions-wise. So just something as simple as that, and then you get all of the thickness just right.
Exactly.
Okay, good.
Perfect. Okay, so let me give you some fabric scissors.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Well, you
so
got a little tip with this to make sure that they stay together, don't you?
yes, I do. So what I do for this, and this is something that if you don't have these around, it's okay, but it does make it a little bit easier. So what I do.
I'm going to let you go first because I don't
Of course. Oh, no, you're doing a good job. What you could do is actually take the pin, and what this does is it keeps, and you want to make sure you go in the letter because it keeps the two pieces of the fabric together. So this way your fabric isn't sliding around.
Beautiful. As you're cutting, because you got two pieces there. Okay.
Exactly. So you just take your fabric scissors and you go in and you cut. And that's really it. And it's really simple. So this is where you want to make sure that it's definitely on the thicker side in terms of the lettering because we are going to stuff these. And Cameron, actually I have a couple next to you if you want to grab them for me.
Okay.
You can kind of get
you got
onto the.
Once I get started, you know it's hard to stop. Boom. Just a little something like that.
Perfect. Okay.
Now we're going to jump ahead a little bit.
We're going to jump ahead because I want to show you how to fill them.
Well, before we fill them, don't we have to fabric tack them? Or
yes. So this is kind of they coincide together.
Okay,
so
great.
We have our letters here. You can see I already started stuffing now. So what I have here, and I want you to kind of see. You can see I kind of worked my way up. So start from the bottom and work your way up, especially for the A. But this is what I want you to do. So I did this bottom part here and I did this bottom part here.
Yes.
Okay, Cam. So this is polyfill.
Yeah.
You get this at the craft supply store.
Okay.
It's going to be in the area where all the sewing stuff is.
I know you kind of give it a little roll.
Yeah. I want to fluff it out a little bit, and then that way you just put it in, and you just want to fill your letter. Don't overstuff. And I will say. Here's this. So in order to get the outside part here to seal, I did use Fabri-Tac.
Okay.
I thought Fabri-Tac was one of the best options for this because I truly feel like it stands up to the elements. And what I mean by that is if you're in cold weather, your hot glue will not seal as nice as you want, or it's kind of sometimes the hot glue just it kind of isn't as flexible is the best way to put it.
So you stuff and then seal kind of one after the other.
Yes, and so
in a pattern like that, right?
Yeah, and so what I like to do is kind of do a little line of the Fabri-Tac, but I do it in like a little wiggle line, like an imperfect line, because that makes it a little bit more flexible. And I will do this. Now this is where you have to practice patience, is that you want this to seal and then let it completely seal, and then you go back in and stuff. So if you're impatient, sometimes I am an impatient crafter, then you can use a hot glue gun. So if you use a hot glue gun, do the same thing, but you will get a little bit of like the stiffer edges, and if that's what you want, go back in, and like you said, like you were doing, Cameron, you use just like a little dowel or a kebab skewer, and you can it'll help you.
You promised me that this was very doable and pretty easy,
and then
even though it looks pretty elaborate, but it's great.
It's actually very simple, and like I said, you can make this any kind of style that you like. So if you go online and get a different template for your letters, you can make it look like anything. I wanted mine to be really whimsical. So you can see, this is what I have here. I added ours into a beautiful greenery that we have over here. And I wanted it to be really playful and whimsical. So I have the actually the ribbon that kind of is intertwined in through here. And I actually glued the ribbon on like this. So the ribbon is glued onto the letters, makes it really foolproof and easy. And you could hang it anywhere, Cameron.
I was just going to say, you can do this. It doesn't have to be on the mantle.
Does not have to be on a mantle. I don't have a mantle in my house, so I would do this for like a hot chocolate bar and do your favorite thing on there, or anywhere in your house in a little like hallway. It would be really fun.
I knew you'd bring it back to some sweets. Hot chocolate bar, marshmallows. I mean, come on, Maria. Now, you mentioned swag. Another great way to pick up some swag is by entering our very merry giveaway. You can enter daily for a chance to win a brand new Chrysler Pacifica, the ultimate family vehicle. I mean, this thing's amazing. Plus, we're giving you a chance to win some of our very favorite merry prizes every day for 60 days. To enter, you can visit hallmarkchannel.com/Christmas. For full instructions on this DIY, Maria's genius over here, go to hallmarkchannel.com, and you can always visit FromScratchWithMaria.com as well. Well done, Maria. Thank you for that.